good, solid contender. He will bring the best out of him. So if he isn't ready, we will see it.
And in your title fight on ESPN Plus, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN, the regular channel, Eliter Alvarez takes on Sergey Kovalev in a rematch, 12 rounds for Alvarez's WBO light heavyweight title. This is the rematch, Andrew. What happened in the previous fight?
I believe it's going to be canceled. I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet, but with the charges that were brought up on Sergey Kovalev, I highly doubt ESPN wants to air this. I'm looking for a cancel. I've been waiting for a cancel on this fight, Lee. If it does happen, either Alvarez easily is going to beat Kovalev. Kovalev is not in the right state of mind for this. He did not prepare right. He's going to bring the same style. We're going to see the same outcome. Kovalev, to me, mentally, as a fighter, is broken. Andre Ward took his soul. Look for Alvarez to bury him. This is it for Kovalev. And with those charges, there's no way he wins on the cards. He is done.
Andrew, there's fighting on DAZN on Saturday as well. Nobody anybody's ever heard of except probably one of our regulars. Big shout out to Paul over in the UK and all of our UK listeners. Sergio Garcia takes on Ted Cheeseman. Ted Cheeseman. What the fuck?
You know, both of those names are relatively nobodies to the boxing world. The zone, I told you, Lee, they got to do a lot.
Gotta fill it. Gotta fill the time, Andrew.
But look at Top Rank. Top Rank can fill up their time with Oscar Valdez, Teofimo Lopez, and Elder Alvarez. These are all three stars in the respective division, up-and-coming stars.
And you put it in a tiny venue in Frisco, Texas, so it'll look great.
Dazn,
yeah.
The zone. You know, you got to pick it up a little with your American broadcast here. Lee, I wasn't really that interested in the Mungai Inoue undercard. Dead serious. Like they need a better job of either promoting their fighters, you know, start buying some prospect of the year titles. Start buying some, you know, up and coming American medalists. You got to do something, but Top Rank never seems to have these issues. These guys got up and comers, or they got stars, champions at every level. They can fill up a card very easily, where DAZN has shown it without Canelo. Their American viewership has to be extremely low, because they really don't give us the fights that you know, we want to see at all.
Another week of boxing is over. We get ready to start another week with all the drama and all the intrigue with Kovalev, Bob, and everything. So we'll have plenty of Bob quotes for you.
Hey, since that fight has been canceled, I cannot believe Kovalev and him.
It is not announced as canceled as of yet.
Wow, that is just weird. He dislocated her spine. Like, how are you going to bring that? How are you going to talk about that on air? Oh, well, you know, Kovalev has been a little bit of trouble. I guess he broke a woman's jaw. Like, look it up. Before we go, Lee, let's end it on a bad note. Look up what Kovalev did to that woman.
Okay. Kovalev hits woman.
Yes, sir. I want to know how ESPN runs with this.
Hits woman. And we'll click the news button to see how far this has gotten. Okay, January. It all came out January 18th. We'll go with the TMZ version because that's just more exciting for me.
Yeah.
Sergey Kovalev charged with felony assault, allegedly punched a woman. Good for him. Boxing superstar Sergey Kovalev has been charged with felony assault for his allegedly punching a woman in the face back in June. But he claims he's not guilty. Here's what we know. The Russian fighter was arrested in Big Bear, California, June 9th after a woman told police that the former heavyweight champion socked her in the face, causing serious injuries. Sources connected to the case tell us the woman is claiming Kovalev had hit her at a party earlier in the evening but rejected his advance. She claims Sergey and a friend followed her back to her cabin, and that's where the attack occurred. We're told the woman claims she suffered major injuries, including severely broken nose, concussion, and a displaced disc in her neck. FYI, Kovalev earned his nickname Crusher for his devastating punching power. 28 of his 32 wins have come by way of knockout. Fucking TMZ. Cops tell TMZ Sports they began searching for Kovalev, immediately arrested him short time later. He was charged with the assault by means of force likely to cause great bodily injury, which carries a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison. Kovalev appeared in court and entered a not guilty plea. What's interesting, Kovalev fought Aliter Alvarez in August, just 2 months after the arrest, and lost in a shocking upset. Kovalev is due back in court in March.
Oh.
He also has a rematch with Alvarez lined up for February 2nd. We reached out to Kovalev for comment. So far, no word.
Kovalev gets stopped within 5 rounds in this fight. And let me tell you another one. Those charges are going to go up if that thing goes to trial. If they find evidence that they believe he did punch her and she has a displaced disc in her neck, he's going to get heavier charges, up to 10 years. He's done. He's gone. He's washed, if this thing is true. You know, we always hear of boxers hitting girls. You never hear of this type of injury. A concussion, a broken jaw, and a displaced disc. You're fucking done. I'm sorry.
So, Andrew, with all of that said, what did we learn this week in boxing?
Safe bet, Elder Alvarez, next Saturday. Lock? Can we get a...
That's your big takeaway?
No, what's your big takeaway? Shit, I'm looking at money.
I don't think the problems and the problem are ever going to go away. Like, I think that's a forever thing. Like, even if he's out of boxing and the PBC just constantly uses him to be, you know, somebody else's jerk-off towel so that they can move forward, I think that Adrien is such an interesting mess of a boxer that we could literally still squeeze out years of his about billions, about beginnings, again beginning, whatever his shit is. Like, it's never
beginning.
Gonna
might be another beginning.
Right. It's literally never going to end. It's never, ever, like, until they put his ass in prison, Adrian's going to be around. But that's what I got. That's my week. I don't think I'm ever going to see an end to the information font that Adrien Broner is. And I'll miss him if he goes to jail. I'm just going to say it. I mean, I can't believe the shit that comes out of his mouth, much like I can't believe half the shit that comes out of my mouth. But in this particular case, Adrien has been able to stay out of jail, which is just simply remarkable to me. Well, and now we know it's just he just doesn't show up to get arrested.
He was also able to dodge like 8 bullets that went through his ACV. So we have a lot of endings that Adrien Broner might end up in the you know, if he continues down the path that he's been. Lee, did you see the video I posted of Adrien Broner Saturday night? I believe, I'm hoping, you guys, I'm praying that it wasn't Friday night. But on Saturday night, Adrien Broner seems like he's intoxicated, walking into the MGM Grand, entering
getting into the ring, that's before the fight. Yeah, I saw that video.
I hope it's not before the fight, because he's drunk as shit. I'm hoping it's Saturday night. He had a good time. He was healthy. He didn't look like a mangled doll or anything like that. So he went and had a good time with his money. Cashing checks and having sex, I believe, is what he said.
That is precisely what he said, Andrew.
So yes, he did show us a little insight. He was not hurting after the defeat to Manny Pacquiao. Was ready to fight the guards of the MGM Grand, really. He said, "Get in the ring, motherfucker."
Good for him. Also, go to fightnetradio.com, FNR rocks. We appreciate all of your comments and feedback. We are 1 week away from the Super Bowl, and football is discussed heavily. Getting over the fact that the LA Rams, all you haters, back down. I'm going to say this. I agree with the call. I agree with the fine, Andrew. Okay?
Oh, shut up.
No, I agree that it was a bad call. I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
however, all of you, in all of your cities, whoever you pull for, you're not going to be upset that your team's in the Super Bowl.
That's right. No, you're not. No,
right?
You're not.
That's the bottom line. If it happened to the Raiders and Andrew's team went on to the Super Bowl, he goes scoreboard, baby, and that would be the end of it.
It's bang, bang plays.
Bang, bang play. Bang, bang. You know what? Bang, bang, I'm in the Super Bowl. And I'll say this because nobody's talking about it. The second play of overtime, they literally give New Orleans a pass interference call that isn't even remotely pass interference. Okay?
Oh, well, yeah, you know, Lee, listen. It is always that. After the
Revlon call. Right, the makeup call. Sure.
Yes. Yes.
So everybody calm down. Your boy Breeze threw a fucking interception. He could have won the game, and we wouldn't be having this discussion. I get you got robbed on one play. Okay, calm down. Shit happens in football.
And you're right, even in the tuck rule, the game where Raiders scream, we're robbed, they kick like 47-yard field goal in a blizzard, and then we have overtime.
Right. You got a chance. Calm down. Go handle your business.
Yeah, you can always say that. But in that particular moment of the game, Lee, in both situations, if the right call is called, especially in the pass interference, oh my God, that was deadly.
Okay, do you want to review every play, Andrew?
Hey, Lee, there was where's hitting the defenseless wide receiver? Where's that one?
He got a $26,000 fine that was quickly paid for by Stan Kroenke, I'm sure. Stan Kroenke paid it all in dollar bills, no less.
Hey, listen, you guys. When that trophy gets handed to Kroenke next Sunday, the tickets in L.A. go up.
Look, I'm going to buy my seat license right now for both the Chargers and the Rams because I can get a seat license in the upper deck for about $1,000, which means anything in that stadium, I get to go watch. But the minute one of these two teams gets to you're talking about a playoff team now, right? Second round win. They made it to the second round. And the Rams, and they both still have functional quarterbacks that are going to be around for a couple of years.
Oh, the Rams aren't going anywhere. $3 billion stadium made that. They're not going anywhere.
Right.
Man.
And I don't think the Chargers are going anywhere. I think everybody better get ready for it. LA's going to have football every single Sunday during the season, which is kind of mind-bending if you want to know. So, yeah, getting a seat license so I can go to both games, Andrew, that's a no-brainer. I've already started looking at seat plans. With that said, it will be the New England Patriots taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to talk about boxing anymore, so if you want to hit the stop button, that's cool. New England Patriots take on the Los Angeles Rams next Sunday. Andrew and I will probably record our show Sunday morning. By the way, it's the first cheat day on my diet. So for those of you who don't follow along, go to fightnetradio.com. Scroll through, you will see Andrew's wedding photo and a picture of me dressed in gray looking like the Goodyear blimp. Horrible, right? So
it wasn't your best moment.
No, it was not. So right at the first of the year, I decided that I should try to get in shape and maybe go to the Pan Am Games. Again, if you're new, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I decided that the only way I'm going to go to the Pan Am Games is if I'm back at 200 pounds. And based on that photo, how hard does it seem that I'm going to cut that much weight in 3 months, Andrew? Right.
You got to be dedicated.
I am 1 month into the diet at this moment, and I've already lost 20 pounds.
There you go.
I only have another 20 to go. I'm halfway there. So, yeah, I ballooned up over 240 pounds. Let's put that into perspective, Andrew. I was 195 the night of Danny. I think I was trying to get low. I was 185 for the cage fight. I was 200 2 years ago for the Pan Am Games the first time I went. Then I went up to 220 over the course of the year. And then for some unknown reason, I ballooned up and mushroomed over the past summer to a blissful 247 pounds of humanity. And the photos of me are just downright scary. You can't put on a man spank and hide that shit. So now I'm back down to 220, whatever I am, 227 or 228 right now, which is, I'm reasonable again. I'm feeling okay. By the way, hashtag keto life. For anybody who's thinking about, hey, Lee, how'd you do it? Keto. I cut out the carbs, asshole. I eat so fucking controlled, it's irritating the shit out of me, especially at the end of football season. Which means my next cheat day, my first cheat day of the diet, Andrew, Super Bowl Sunday. Was there ever any question? I will be out collecting food sources all afternoon, getting ready for Super Bowl. This is sort of your early thing, just in case we don't cover it. We will cover it next week. But I want to get Andrew's early feeling. There hasn't been much news other than, the New England Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. They're so fucking great.
They are. They are, though.
Can Bill Belichick figure this out by Sunday?
Yes, he can. It's going to be the league that kicks the Rams
how do you stop Ndamukong Suh? Wait, let's be honest. How do you stop Sue and Aaron Donald?
By holding, what the New England Patriots used to do a lot when they were favorites.
Oh, okay.
Now they're not going to be favorites, and the flags
It's
will
a
be
pick 'em.
flying tomorrow.
It's a pick 'em right now, Andrew. It's an even game. The Rams are -1.5.